in Lagos says state government. Court affirms Abure as Labour Party national chairman. And finally, Umahi threatens to terminate RCC contract for Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Front page of the Tribune today.
All right, we move to this day paper quickly before we go on our first commercial break. Fubara will unveil arsonist. According to that one, court orders INEC to recognize Abure-led Labour Party, extend party dues to it. Lokpabiri federal government anticipates $50 billion investment into oil sector before year end. Dangote, we built our $20 billion refinery without single incentive from government. Still on this day paper, and this one says CBN reaffirms commitment to financial system stability, says depositors' funds safe. Nasima, next hub propel Nigerian non-oil exports, ship 11 containers to China. Still on this day, House urges federal government to explore $23 billion climate investment fund. WTO initiates election process for next Director General. And right here also says, we'll just take this one, federal government's complicity in frequent boat accident. And lastly, this one says, Nwaya's involvement in the Nigerian media. That's an editorial by David Chukwu. We'll go on our first commercial break. When we return, we'll be analyzing the stories. Stay with us.
Feel better about your life. Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
nígbà kan rí nílùú Ẹ̀gbá nígbà tó ń jọ pé gbogbo ìrètí ti pé Lísàbí dìde gìjà ọkùnrin jẹ́jẹ́ abìjàkúkú ó gbéná wojú ọ̀tá láti fòpin sí ìwà ọ̀dájú àti ìwà amúnisìn ọlọ́yọ̀ọ́. Lísàbí ìtàn tó ń peni sí ìrántí bí ọkùnrin kan ṣoṣo ṣe fi ìwà akíkanjú rẹ̀ yí ìgbé ayé àwọn èèyàn rẹ̀ padà sí rere.
Ìwọ náà wàá mọ bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú Lísàbí tá a ti ń ṣàfihàn rẹ̀ báyìí lórí Netflix pẹ̀lú ìlànà ìsanwó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti $2,000 àti $200.
Darling, how did your visit to the doctor go?
I'm confused. He said my blood pressure was like a baby's.
Well, that's a good thing.
Exactly, because my BP has always been high. He said that perhaps I changed something in my life.
What changed, darling?
The only thing that has changed is Sterling One Bank app, which I downloaded recently. I've had peace of mind since I started using One Bank.
How?
Look, One Bank allows me to do a whole lot without problems. Easy.
I know how you always have issues with your bank, darling.
Not anymore. One Bank handles complaints effectively, and payments can be scheduled and processed smoothly.
How about your loans and investments?
One Bank.
Money transfer?
One Bank. You can even swap dollar to naira in a few seconds. Easy. Transactions on One Bank are super fast. You can open an account with NIN or BVN, buy airtime and data, pay bills, and even dispute a wrong transaction without visiting the bank. All on One Bank. Guess what? There's so much more.
One Bank is peace of mind. I'm downloading it right away.
One Bank, a new way to live.
It's a new era. The UEFA Champions League is back. The best clubs in Europe clash in the most dramatic fixtures. Watch the UEFA Champions League live on SuperSport. Upgrade to Compact Plus and stay connected. DSTV, your home of football.
Dear landed property owner, what if we told you that you could reach out to a radio station to sell your choice of landed properties without paying for adverts? You must think it's impossible, right? And not just any radio station, a radio station with millions of listeners, so your property can be sold as quickly as possible. Stop doubting. Thomas, or what's your name again? 32 FM The Laughter Station, in partnership with Soft Sands Property, is bringing this offer to you. Yes, if you have a house or land land in a choice location with appropriate titles, and you want it advertised on 32FM 94.9 Ibadan for quick sales and without paying a kobo, you can call or send a message to this number: 0911 5550 055, 0916 461 5000. Also, you can visit www.softsandproperty.com to express your interest. Terms and conditions apply.
Soft Sounds, created to house the world.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Ẹ̀yin fans mi. It's okay. Ẹ lọ sórí gbogbo ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ ní 32FM 949 fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ àsáàpù. It's okay.
My baby is 6 months old. Oh my! 6 months old? Wow! Now your baby needs more than breast milk. It's time to introduce mashed meals. In addition to breast milk, begin to give your baby mashed meals that contain at least one item from each of these 5 food groups: eggs, fish or meat, fruits and vegetables, oils, beans, groundnuts, soya or millet, rice, potato, maize or yam from 6 months. In addition to breast milk, your baby needs this combination of food types to grow healthy. This message is from the Anrin Project or your State Ministry of Health.
32 FM 94.9.
Thank you for staying tuned to the Break of Dawn Papers Review on 32 FM 94.9. It's time to analyze the stories, and to do that for us, we have Mr. Femi Olukunle. My name is DENIKE Adimoako.
And I'm OLORUNTOBA Yusuf. Mr. Femi, good morning, sir. Good to have you.
Thank you very much for having me. Good morning to you, and my sister, good morning. And I greet our listeners too. Good morning to you all.
All right, let's start off with the oil sector. There was this report, or would I say headline, out of this day paper that said that local bureau federal government anticipate $50 billion investment into oil sector before year end. There's been so much to talk about in that particular sector, and local bureau is saying that Nigeria remains a titan of African energy as we expect $50 billion worth of investments in the sector before the year ends. What is your thoughts on this particular, would I say, expectation? Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Well, it is something that gladdens one's heart. We expect people to come to Nigeria to come and invest. We expect the economy to smile on all of us. We expect Nigeria to be respected in the Committee of Nations. We expect things to look up for us, the sunny side of life. And then, since we have refused to galvanize our economy through other variables that God has given us, I mean the non-oil sectors, we have not done enough in order to strengthen the economy. And we are still relying on this oil sector. Now, everything that should be done to strengthen it in order to make the economy stronger than it is now is welcome. However, I believe that government has done the needful, because those that have been expected to come and invest before the end of the year are not fools. They will want to invest their money in a safe atmosphere.
That's what I wanted to ask you. That do you think that the confidence will be there, seen as, yes, there's a bit of change in terms of, or would I say some reforms going on in the oil sector, but seen as, for instance, the Port Harcourt refinery has not met up with the date that has been given and all of the things that have been happening in the sector, would you, with Dangote, for instance, would you expect that there's confidence from foreign investors to come in?
Well, I don't know what the minister has done or what gives him that confidence that people will come to invest? Because if the people look at the variables that will galvanize them, that will trigger them to come to Nigeria to invest their money, Nigerians themselves may say those variables are not there or they are weak. For instance, we will be talking about safe environment, the security of people, the ability to apply their trade in an atmosphere of peace, and then the absence of corruption, because that sector is endemic. We have a corruption being endemic in that area. It has eaten so deep to that to the fabrics of that sector. So those ones will be looking at it that, okay, can I go to this corruption infested economy and put my money in it? So we don't know whether they have conquered all these vices. If they have done so, we say thank God. If they have not done so, they have more work to do in order to ensure that they gain the confidence of they will be investors in the petroleum sector.
All right, let's talk politics now. Former Governor Nyesom Wike was on television last night, and the newspapers we have here this morning have different versions of not versions captured the excerpt of the interview in different ways. I'd like to look at this one from the Daily Post. It says he has no apology whatsoever for working against the PDP in the 2023 presidential election. He said he worked for the PDP at the state level but opted against the party during the presidential election. He says he said that he supported equity, fairness and justice. That was why he worked against the candidate of the party in that election. He also spoke about Fubara, saying that Fubara is responsible for the crisis in Rivers State, urging the governor to obey court order. Then you ask yourself, which of the court orders is the governor going to obey? Because there are all kinds of court orders and injunctions coming from different issues that have sprung up in that state. So what do you make of Wike's statement?
Yes, there are two questions in that question. Now, let me start with his saying that he worked against the...
That he has no apology.
That he has no apology for working against PDP. I have said it here. I think it was about 2 weeks ago or so, where I said that we don't have parties in Nigeria. We only have templates through which people vie for posts, electoral posts. So we don't have parties because the last time we had parties in Nigeria was during Second Republic, during the time of Shagari, when Chief A.M.A. Akinloye of blessed memory would be in, and Shagari would say, "Welcome, my leader." Shagari, the president then, will publicly pronounce him as my leader. He was the leader and he was in charge. A situation where there was a function in Abuja, and late Chief Obafemi Awolowo of blessed memory got there, despite the fact that he was UPN's leader, and Akinloye was in MPN. And when Awolowo got to the venue, the program had started. Akinloye stood up and said, "Welcome, my leader." That was when there was discipline, party discipline, and supremacy of party as compared to what we are having now. Now, the unfortunate aspect is that none of the parties we have now is financially independent. What made the likes of Wike to be the financier of PDP will make PDP fall for everything that Wike does. And that was what happened in 2023. And Wike did not do it alone. He galvanized. He assembled some state party governors who also finance the party to do. I mean, they helped him to do what he did. So for him to be saying he worked against his party and he's still in that party, that tells volume. It tells volume because it shows that that party has no life in itself. That is that. Now, for him to say that Fubara caused the uprising after the election because he disobeyed court injunction. Now, just like you rightly said, which of the injunctions? I remember a court in Rivers State said that Wike should not conduct PDP Congress in July, and Wike conducted a Congress. An high court in Rivers State gave that injunction, and then the Wike and his people went to Federal High Court. They have a customer in that Federal High Court in Abuja, because they always run to Federal High Court. Despite the fact that there's a Federal High Court in Rivers State, they always go to Abuja to obtain their pronouncements. Now, they went to Federal High Court in Abuja, and the Federal High Court said, hey, go and do it. And the High Court in Rivers State and Federal High Court in Abuja, they are of equal status. And that is, if somebody asks me who is disturbing the peace of Nigeria, it is the judiciary, because they have a rule that courts of equal status should not override each other or one another, as the case may be. It is only an appellate court that can do that. But they will run to Abuja to obtain another pronouncement from courts. Now, despite the fact that the pronouncement from High Court in Rivers State was subsisting, they went to Abuja to take another one, and they conducted that election. And the Congress. The following morning, people of Rivers State did not destroy anything. They didn't kill anybody. The people of Rivers State, I'm referring to the people who are supporting the governor. They didn't disturb the peace, but you decided not to take part in the election. And the following morning, the following Monday, your people started burning. So for you now to be saying that Wike caused it, Fubara caused it, that is an admittance of the fact that you sponsored the people. That's an innuendo, claiming that yes, you are behind those who did the nonsense. And as a former governor, as a person that some people will call a statesman, that is not expected from him.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commissioner in the news this morning. Apparently, there's a report here from a Premium Times paper that says that Kogi, 15 other states want the Supreme Court to declare EFCC illegal and curb its powers. The suit was originally filed by the Kogi government, and other states like Ondo, Edo, Oyo, Ogun, Nasarawa, Kebbi, Katsina, Sokoto, Jigawa, Enugu, Benue, Anambra, Plateau, Cross River, and Niger have also joined in the suit. What's your take on this one as regards? They are saying that it doesn't fit into the law in terms of Section 12 that must be complied with and all of that.
Well, it is good that they are in court. Let them prove their case in court. But the fact of the matter is this. I see this one as somebody who's being swept away by an aggressive torrent. That person is being swept away. He will want to cling on anything that he feels can save him.
But Mr. Femi, some people might say...
Are you speaking about Governor Yahaya Bello?
So some people might even say, aside Yahaya Bello, some people might even say that this is putting our federalism to test again, because they are seeking the interpretation of the Supreme Court regarding the act that established the EFCC. Whether or not the Constitution was violated, that's their own argument.
We have, where we copied this Constitution or this practice, this democratic practice from, they have federal laws. Each state, they have state laws, they have local government laws, they have federal laws. And the federal law, their federal laws are binding on all the federating units. So ours cannot be different. And whether they came about the laws that established the FCC properly or not, let them test it in court. They are already in court. But the fact of the matter is that thing is originating from Kogi State, where their former governor is running away from justice. It is not surprising. So those states that have joined them in this drama, I congratulate them, but let them go and test their luck. And already they are in court. But what are we talking about? People are stealing Nigeria's money, and you and I, that they are ruling, we don't have mouth, we don't have strength to challenge them. And then we have a law, we have an agency that can challenge them that, hey, you are spending people's money illegally. You are cornering the money of people into your own pockets. And they are saying that agency should die. Then let court pronounce. If God says the agency should die, so be it. But it will be so calamitous for the nation that people will steal and nobody will be able to challenge them.
Why I mentioned the issue of federalism before is that, the federal government also went to court to seek interpretation regarding status of local government. So when Supreme Court makes pronouncement like this, it's always help us to understand position of the law on issues like the establishment of the EFCC and whether or not they needed the approval of State House of Assembly for the institution to be created in the first place.
According to what I read about that story, they said Nigeria domesticated the United Nations Charter on corruption.
Corruption, yes.
So even if we did that, what is bad in it? We are talking about corruption that has given us stunted growth in this country. And some people are talking. Anyway, let me not talk because it is in court. And it was Obasanjo administration that created this agency. Yeah. All these years, we have not had any dissenting voice against that agency that why should they be fighting corruption? But we are now having it. So let court pronounce. Whatever the court says, it's okay.
All right, we go on another commercial break. When we return, we'll open the phone lines to take your reactions. We're also live on our Facebook page. Please go on to 32FM 949 Fenya to stay with us.
Stay tuned to 32FM 94.9.
Feel better about your life.
32FM 94.9, the antidote to depression.
My children are athletes. From the moment they wake up, they keep playing and learning. So, when I pack the new Milo NS snacks into their lunchbox, I'm giving them a delicious snack with the goodness of malt, milk, cocoa, and crunchy Niger-grown maize containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
Milo NS Snacks, snack of future champions to help your kids refuel and keep winning all day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
To prevent diarrhea and other diseases, especially in children, wash your hands with soap under running water, particularly after using the toilet. After cleaning your baby's bum, before preparing your baby's food, and before and after feeding your baby. If your child has diarrhea, give zinc tablets once a day, plus ORS every 4 hours, or frequently in small sips from a cup, so that your child will replenish lost nutrients and regain strength. Also, visit the nearest health facility to get treatment for diarrhea. This message is from the Anring Project, or your state's Ministry of Health.
Darling, how did your visit to the doctor go?
I'm confused. He said my blood pressure was like a baby's.
Well, that's a good thing.
Exactly, because my BP has always been high. He said that perhaps I changed something in my life.
What changed, darling?
The only thing that has changed is Sterling One Bank app, which I downloaded recently. I've had peace of mind since I started using One Bank.
How?
Look, One Bank allows me to do a whole lot without problems. Easy.
I know how you always have issues with your bank, darling.
Not anymore. One Bank handles complaints effectively, and payments can be scheduled and processed smoothly.
How about your loans and investments?
One Bank.
Money transfer?
One Bank. You can even swap dollar to naira in a few seconds. Easy. Transactions on One Bank are super fast. You can open an account with NIN or BVN, buy airtime and data, pay bills, and even dispute a wrong transaction without visiting the bank. All on One Bank. Guess what? There's so much more.
One Bank is peace of mind. I'm downloading it right away.
One Bank, a new way to live.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate.
Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
It's a new era. The UEFA Champions League is back. The best clubs in Europe clash at the most dramatic fixtures. Watch the UEFA Champions League live on SuperSport. Upgrade to Compact Plus and stay connected. DSTV, your home of football.
It's that time of the year again. The Glow Festival of Joy promo is here. And we're making it rain amazing prices. How amazing, you ask? 5 Tierra Toyota Prados. 5 Chachakia Picantos. It's unbelievably amazing, and it gets even better because we have 15 Kekena Peps, plus 150 generators, 200 sewing machines, and 300 grinding machines. So, what are you waiting for? Be one of the lucky winners in the Glow Festival of Joy promo. Simply dial *611#, choose your prize, recharge now from as little as 1,000 to 100,000 naira, and stand a chance to win loaded prizes from Glow. Promo runs from October 1st to the end of January 2025. Glow Festival of Joy is approved by the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) and the National Lottery Regulatory Commission (NLRC). Terms and conditions apply. Glow Unlimited.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
All right, thank you for staying with us on the Break It Down Papers review. Right now, I'll be opening the phone lines 0705 5000 949 0829 7000 You can also drop your comment on Facebook 32FM 949 Fenye.
All right, yes, we're live on Facebook 32FM 949 Fenye. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. My name is Samantha. I'm calling from Babala. Yes, concerning governors taking EFCC to court to stop some of their functions. I don't know where we are pushing Nigeria to. The EFCC is the only agency that helps us to be fighting corruption. Now they want to stop it. So they want access for looking directly just for them to be passing and nobody will challenge them. It's a pity, and it's also a pity that my state from those states is passing them. Good morning.
All right, thank you very much. 0705 5000 949 0829 7,949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, DENIKE. Good morning, Yusuf. Good morning, Dalukole. This is Dinga Mary calling from Apata. Hello, are you with me?
Yes, we are with you.
All right. Dalukole, on the issue of EFCC, why some state governors are taking EFCC, challenging their authenticity in court. How do we get here in this country? EFCC has been they have been trailing those corrupt leaders for ages. And nobody has ever tried to checkmate whether there is substantial official to try corrupt leaders. And why is it now that they are coming up with trying to checkmate why they're trying to checkmate if the establishment is right or wrong? I think that's just like what you said. It's being fueled by.
Oh.
Hello. All right, Sims, that call. Please call us back. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, everyone in the studio. This is John Olaruwaja calling from Magoo. Some governors that addressed the court about the establishment of the EFCC. Not that I'm going to agree with them, but if we are going to say the truth, I think they need to consider this thing, because the EFCC, to me, how many former presidents has EFCC investigate? How many of them? So what's the essence? Is it EFCC established against only governors? I'm not saying they should not go after the governors, any corrupt governors. Yes, it's good. But what about the president? This is very bad. In a situation where you is telling me that you have EFCC and you cannot go after the president. So to me, we need to even put down the establishment of EFCC if you are going to tell ourselves the truth. Look at what is happening. Even in the state, when we talk about federation, I think we have to have a body in the state too that will go after every state and local government and commissioners. But the situation is, the way we establish it is very wrong. In a situation whereby we put the head of the EFCC, who is going to appoint him, on the hand of Mr. President, which is not supposed. I don't think that America did their own like that. Our own is so bad to the extent that whatever the president decides, his EFCC is going to do. Let us have a body, the corrupt the board that defies corruption. If that it won't be hand of any governors or any president. Then we can able to fight the corruption to some extent. Thank you. Good
right, thank you.
Thank you. 0705 500949 0809 700949 to be a part of the conversation. We're also live on our Facebook page. You want to like and share your reactions on 32FM 949 Fenya. All right, Mr. Femi, can we quickly go to this story before we get another one? And this one says that the House is urging the federal government to explore $23 billion climate investment fund. Now, the story is saying that House of Representatives are calling on the federal government to explore opportunities in the climate investment funds, which was estimated at about $23 billion presently. Do you think that they're about to put their hands into this particular fund? We'll take that after this call. Hello. Good morning.
Morning.
Can you please speak up? We can't really hear you.
Hello.
Okay, it's better. Please go on. Your reception is quite terrible. Kindly call us back. 0705 500949 and 0829 700949. So, Mr. Fem, there's an estimate that Nigeria could generate more than 500. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Mrs. Sana calling from Odueno, Apata. Due to what my brother in the house said, at that time, when those presidents welcome their leader, there is love, there is unity, there is peace at that time. But now, corruption has spoiled everything. Even for the EFCC that they are talking about, the EFCC are not even doing their work. If you want to say the truth. All the money that they discovered from the governors and other people, where is it today? Many things that they are saying, whenever they said it on the newspaper and every other thing, we just had it from there. They are moving forward. The end of it will not hear again. All the money, where is it? So even the governor, the president, the EFCC, they are all corrupt. We are not seeing the truth from them. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. 0705 500949 0829 700949. We'll take a call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Are you getting me better now?
Yes, we can.
Hello, are you getting me better now? In a situation whereby a farmer hesitates to escalate
the reception is quite bad. Hello.
Hello, good morning. This is Prince Bumi Adefosi calling from Akwata. You see, Nigeria problem is systemic, and is the system that brings corruption. And it takes a leader that is ready to step on toes, and is also ready to sacrifice all. Until the signal, or let me say reaction of Mr. President fight corruption, and it also lies in the hands of the House of Assembly and the House of Representatives to fight corruption. And it's not that our corruption is that bad, but it's not effective in the situation whereby some leaders are above the law, which is not supposed to be. And it takes number one citizen to change the narrative. Lastly, let all hands be on deck. We've been hearing billions, trillions of naira daily, but nothing has changed to better the lives of the citizen. Good morning.
All right, good morning.
All right, thank you very much. Show 705 500949 0829 700949. It's almost time for us to go. We'll pick another call. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Wale Badmos. Now, everywhere is corruption. How many we can succeed in this country of the public of Nigeria? Everywhere. Both the federal and the state and the local. Good day. Come on.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Femi, any final thoughts as regards the House also wanting to explore this climate fund, this climate investment fund to create jobs and all of that?
Well, I just want to, I don't know where the money is coming from because I didn't read that story. I don't know where the money is coming from, but people don't trust government because if you expect government to utilize money for the betterment of the lives of the people, you see that they corner the money to themselves. And if there is an amount of money that is huge like that somewhere, I think they should use it for the betterment of the lives of the people. So I don't understand that story very well. I don't know where the money is coming from, whether from outside.
Yes, it's coming from outside. Other advocacy, climate change advocacy organizations.
Probably that is the reason that they are attending all those meetings all over the place in foreign lands about climate change, environment, and all the rest. But whatever comes here should be used for the betterment of the people and the advantage of Nigeria as a nation.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, dear listener, for staying tuned to the Break of Dawn Papers Review today. Please join us tomorrow. It is 6:30 a.m. to 7:15. I am at DENIKE at Dimuwago.
And I'm OLORUNTOBA. Yusuf. The Smart Kid Show is up next.